Hello, everyone. How are you? It is officially 7 days until spring. And so when I think 7 days till spring, I'm all of a sudden thinking, okay, we have 7 days to really get our shit the fuck together, excuse my language, and really kind of like emerge and really create and solidify who we really want to be moving forward. Now, if you know me at all, then you will know that I am all about having it all. I believe you can have it all. I believe you can have the man, the money, the $1 million empire. If you want to be famous, you can. If you want to be a singer, you can. The sky is the limit. Honestly, your potential is limitless, right? A lot of my clients and people who work with me are those visionary leaders, those chosen ones, the ones who are here for a purpose, where it's not just about getting the coin, it's about using that coin in order to help your community. These are the things that are going to be really getting put into place once this spring starts to happen on the spring equinox on literally a week from today. So the 19th, right? And Venus just went into Pisces. We just had this new moon in Pisces, and it's kind of bringing this like dreamy quality to everything. And when we're looking at the dreamy quality of everything, sometimes it can get really confusing as to what's real and what's not. Thank you, Snowball. Yay, join my team. So the thing that's really interesting about this dreaminess and honestly not feeling like it's real is that the universe, the cosmos, the heavens above are giving you this chance right now to take yourself out of the reality where you're struggling, the reality where you're suffering, the reality where you're not getting what you want, the reality where you're always playing second best, the reality where your work is overlooked. That is the reality that you get to pop out of and you get to step into. Is there something in IT? Okay. You get to step into the reality where you get to have it all. You get to step into the reality where things just work out for you, where when you desire something, it comes to you effortlessly. Okay? I'm not talking about, yeah, maybe you have to do some action, sure, but it was effortless. It was easy. It took you no time. Or even if it did take time, it didn't drain your energy. You enjoyed doing the thing that you needed to do in order to put things in place so that everything aligned and so you got everything that you wanted. That is the reality that we are stepping into if you choose to. But the biggest issue that most of us have is we're so used to the struggle story that once it starts to become easier, it's like, oh no, wait, it can't be this easy. The other shoe has got to drop somehow. But this is where we're entering into Pluto in Aquarius. This is where we're sitting here really embracing our individuality while still finding our own unique community. I know it sounds confusing because it's like this dichotomy of like individual that finds the community. But at the end of the day, the kind of support that you need, the type of people that you want to have around you, the things that you want to be surrounding yourself with that keeps you in the high vibes are going to be the things that are going to be attracted to you when you decide to own and share your unique, authentic self. And this is one of the things where it's like, if you want to live happily ever after, like how I always talk about in all of my videos, then you need to start prioritizing your happiness. And I know it sounds so ridiculously easy. And I know you're like, well, duh, Alicia, if I could, I would, but you can. That's what the message is from Spirit right now. But you can. You can prioritize your happiness first. You can prioritize your peace. You can choose whose energy you want to let in to your home, per se, your aura, your field, your reality. And if someone doesn't like match up with that, you can kick them out. That's what healthy boundaries are for, right? You want to set boundaries that actually support your highest self, not your lowest self. And this just reminds me of a friend of mine who was like, 2024, I'm going to be in my selfish era. And what was really interesting was the boundaries that she was making for herself were actually not supporting her highest self. It was there as a temporary Band-Aid for her hurt inner child. Now, that's not to say that we can't have boundaries for her inner child, but her deciding to be selfish and only take, and not wanting to give, right, was not really forwarding the evolution of who she wanted to be at the rate that she wanted to change in, right? We can always do things like easy, like, I don't want to say easy and effortless. Let me just put it this way. We can do it the long way, or we can do it the shortcut way. I am personally a very impatient person. I don't think that patience is a virtue. That is my personal opinion. That is not being channeled. And if you identify with that, for me, I just choose to get what I want when I want it, and I don't accept anything less. So if I want to be happy, I'm going to be happy now. I'm going to find a way to be happy. When I feel myself dip, I'm going to look at stuff that I need to do, and I will shove everything to the side so I can get back to that place of peace, ease, abundance, and flow. Does that make any sense? So I just wanted to open up with that. But if you have any questions about how to emerge as your best self come spring, which is in a week, then definitely drop them in the comments. But I also, I kind of got this download actually this morning. Excuse me. And it was about, I have this, I'll tell you the answer up front, and then y'all can tell me what you think. Everything that you want to manifest, again, the money, the love, the body, the flawless skin, whatever it is that you want, okay, you can have it, but you're really not manifesting things outside of yourself, right? It's this false notion that those things are going to make you feel the way you want to feel. They're going to make you finally feel happy. You're going to finally feel at peace. You're going to finally feel secure. But the real truth of the matter is, if you want like the college level answer, the hack, right, to get what you want even faster, you have to instead manifest and step into the identity of the version of you who already has those things. That is the gate-kept secret that a lot of people don't really explain very well, in my opinion. So what I mean by that is, in order for you to get those things, it's not about sitting here as you're like let's take Cinderella, okay? Because everybody knows Cinderella. Everyone thinks that it's like, oh, but she was poor and then she met a prince and then he saved her. That's, first of all, not how the story goes. Second of all, she wanted a night off of work, and she got a night off of work, okay? That's what she wanted. She wanted to live in peace, right? But the person that she was already, without the dress, without the shoes, without the carriage, without the horsemen, right? She had a heart of gold. She had kindness. She had compassion. And she had this, I don't want to say this regal, but it was this gracious type of personality and belief system, right? That was to the level of being able to be a princess. Does that make any sense? So she stepped into the identity. It was who she was, right? And the thing that needed to be flipped on its head was, instead of struggling underneath the thumb of her, narcissistic stepmother, she finally was like, I just wanted a night off of work. I just wanted to see this guy that I met, and we had a good conversation, and he was a friend. Like, I just needed one day off to just chill out and wear a pretty dress and dance the night away. That was all she was asking for. And if you think about the logic behind it mentally, it is about her finally getting sick and tired of doing what she was told and wanted to finally put her happiness first. That's why the grandmother showed, our grandmother. That's why the fairy godmother showed up. That's why she went bibbity bobbity boops. That's why she was able to get a dress and shoes and a carriage made out of a pumpkin and gets to go to the ball. It wasn't because she had prayed hard enough, long enough, did the affirmations enough, worked hard enough, struggled enough to show that she was worthy to be able to go to the effing ball. Look at the blood, sweat, and tears that I did, scrubbing all the floors while Lucifer is going around making more paw prints. That was not it. That was never it. That was never the story that was brainwashed into us. If you look at the story closely, you can see that I'm getting hot now. She didn't beg for it. She didn't say, fairy godmother, I've been working so hard. Why aren't you giving me a castle and a prince to marry? She never said that. She said, I really don't understand what's going to make my stepmother happy. And I'm literally at a loss because I've tried everything. I've tried to be courageous. I've tried to be kind. I've tried to give her everything. I've tried to, be kind and do what she says and take the beatings and take the abuse and all of this stuff. And it's just not working. And when she had had enough of putting herself last, that is when the miracle started to begin. And yeah, there was still drama. She still got locked up because stepmommy was trying to be all jelly and shit. But look what happened. Look what happened. Cinderella still won at the end of the day. Why? Because she finally put her happiness first. She finally stopped making her life about everybody else and sacrificing. There's a difference between giving and sacrificing. Even as a visionary leader, even as a prince or a princess or a god or a goddess, right? Yes, you are giving to the people. Yes, you are making this world a better place. Yes, you're giving to those less fortunate. Yes, those are things that are a mark of a good and true leader. But you can't do any of that if you don't put your peace and your happiness at the top of your priority list. Because then and only then can you actually hold the vibration and the energy and the space for others to come in and also become more peaceful and loving. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to go to the comments. Hi, Inez. Yes, Disney stories while manifesting, because it just makes the most sense. Everyone's seen them. Okay. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the hearts, Kenny. Spiritual Monkey, gorgeous human. Hello, my love. Joe Blackman, oh my God, thank you for sharing this. This is my favorite Disney. Yay, I'm so glad. Grand Rising, hello, Never Less Than. Yes, Alicia is having church preach. The way you explained it was so empowering. Yay, I'm so glad. So I will put this video or the replay of this live up on my YouTube channel in case you want to go back and rewatch it. Or maybe I might even just do it as a two-parter here on TikTok. But oh my God, every time I open up TikTok, it's you. Yeehaw. No, it's me. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. But I just think that if we took the next 7 days to actually get clear, so I'm going to wrap up my point and then we can do a Q&A, okay? So just drop your Q&As. So funny, I was playing Someday My Prince Will Come. Kenny, I love that. Somehow my world was won. Wow, that's awesome. Spiritual Monkey Jen, yes. So let me just wrap this up really quick and just say this. My whole point with the Cinderella analogy was just that, like, this is the time where your fairy godmother is going to, like, bibbidi bobbidi boops on you on March 19th at the spring equinox, right? So if you want to think about it equating to the movie, right now, for the next week, it's about designing your dress. It's about getting excited about going to the ball, right? It's about doing what you can. Think about it. Cinderella didn't have glitter. She didn't have that glass slippers. She didn't have like all these extra things. She used what she had at her disposal with a little help from her furry and feathery friends. And she made something for her that was beautiful, right? So I don't know why I'm tearing up on this, but like she used what she had. And so you need to use what you have now, okay? You need to use what you have right now to become and embody and envision the person that you want to be when you go to the ball. What is the ball for you? What does that symbolize for you? And how do you envision yourself going there, right? And the thing is that if you take the resources that you have now and you start actually trying to build that, you know, that life for yourself so that you can be at the ball, right? Even if the dress gets ripped up, even if the narc in your life, whether it's your parents, your spouse, your partner, your friend, your boss, your coworker, whoever, okay? Even if they rip your dress to shreds, which is always such a, like, it's honestly one of the most, like, gut-wrenching moments I personally feel, okay, that I've seen in Disney. I mean, there's a lot worse ones, but that one always is just, like, breaks my heart. I think I just identify with it a lot, building something and having someone just rip it to shreds and destroy it just because they were jealous. But even despite that, even despite all of that, Spirit has your back. And I want you to remember that Spirit has your back, that your fairy godmother, whether it is your angels, whether it's your spirit guides, whether it's an earth angel, a stranger on the street that you meet at Trader Joe's or Target who just helps you out, I don't know, but help will be there. And you will get to go to the ball if you do this work now. So who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And what is it that you really want out of life? Because just like Cinderella, I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you probably just want some peace and some ease and just a day off of work because, you know, it's rough, right? Not only are we struggling with our personal stuff that's coming up, but we're looking at world events. It's not getting any better. I honestly get terrified every time I put on the news. There is so much, like, I'm actually honestly afraid. I don't feel like the news is fear-mongering me. I'm just legit like, I really hope that things don't take a turn for the worse. And I don't know, you know, we'll see. I try not to be too clairvoyant, but I don't know. So it's a lot, right? And we have to protect our energy. We have to protect the light within us. Because if you're still watching this, then you are one of the chosen ones. You are one of the visionary leaders who is supposed to be making a difference, who is paving the new way, who is climbing out of the matrix, and who is really going to build paradise in reality. It was really interesting because in my channeled messages of you're about to be famous, I know people are like, is this a state of mind or is this a real place? And people are like, oh, it's a state of mind. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let them think what they think because it's a real place and it's going to get built here. And not everyone's going to be able to enter. And I don't know how that's going to work out, but it's real and it's being built. And I'm really excited for it because I don't really want to be living in this chaos anymore. That's just me. I've kind of gotten tired of it. Like it really hurts my mental health and my spiritual health and my emotional health. Okay. Right? So I just want you to know that whatever's coming up, whether it's those emotions, Cinderella had a breakdown after they ripped her dress to shreds. I personally would too, which is why clearly I, cry, right? But it's okay to cry. It's okay to be resentful. It's okay to have negative emotions. The negative emotions are just telling you what you're doing that's not aligned with your highest purpose, which is happiness and living a life of joy and of ease. And that's what Spirit wants to help strategize with you so you can choose a life of more ease. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're beautiful, Chupacabra. Thank you. I needed to hear this 5 years ago. All the feels. Oh, Team Bracelet. Also, if y'all really wanted to keep track of your water count, this one actually has an LED screen. And it's 32 ounces. It does not fit into the cup holder, but other than that, I'm honestly stupid obsessed with this one. It's on Amazon though, not on TikTok Shop. So if you want me to, I'll add the link in my stand store and then you can go and get it. But it's from Amazon, yeah. Okay, let me look at the comments real quick. Just got slightly emotional. Please affiliate link. Okay, yes, Spiritual Monkey Jen. I will share it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so you sing to give the girl her Emmy and gravy now. Thank you. She has pumpkin spice and mice. Exactly. She has pumpkin spice and mice. She has a pumpkin and mice. Why I just let slip? That was a Freudian slip. Do I need some more pumpkin spice coffee? Ooh, such a potent message. It's like spilling the tea on universal laws, a la Alicia. Oh, I love that, Spiritual Monkey Jen. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kenny. I love you. Hi, Sarah. Inez. Oh my God, that scene where they rip her dress, punches my heart every time. Yeah, talk about Three of Swords. I could not possibly love a message more. Oh, Spiritual Monkey Jen. Yes, yes, Victoria. For me, it doesn't feel like it. Yeah. I know, it feels like it's far away, but it's not. Boom, shakalaka, mic drop, boom. Victoria, see you there. Amen, girlfriend. We will go. Kenny, you're welcome to come too. Okay, same. Every time I think about the world's going, I'm like, paradise is where it needs to be. Yeah. I don't comment as much, but thank you for having this platform. You always have the most insightful messages. I really appreciate you. Oh, AC, that means the world to me. Thank you so much for saying that. I do hope that it helps. What does your sweatshirt say? My sweatshirt says, you say witch like it's a bad thing. Because I think it's kind of a good thing. I have been emotional lately. Me too. So it's okay to be emotional. Hi, Dawn! Spiritual Monkey Jen, you're such a ray of sunshine. I've got 103 fever and ear infection, but I'm smiling now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can we all send Spiritual Monkey Jen healing energy? Oh no, I'm so sorry you have such a high fever. I literally just heard whatever it is that you're going through, it's boiling off. It's burning off of you. That's why you have this fever. Let's be honest, Cinderella would love pumpkin spice, I think. Inez, like totally. Which I like, by the way. Yay! Isn't an emotional time in the universe right now? Yes, it's because of Pisces. Venus just entered Pisces. We just had this new moon in Pisces. It's like this last little kick before the full moon in 2 weeks, where we're going to really see all of our manifestations come to fruition. So if you're doing the work to step into your new identity, especially if you resonated with my You're Gonna Be Famous videos, I am telling you, because I keep on getting confirmations, even though I don't want the confirmations. And I'm like, man, I don't think I'm going to have those confirmations. And then the confirmations are in my face. You were going to be famous this year, like in the next 3 months. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but that is the energy. Oh no, I'm a Pisces. No, it's good to be a Pisces. We love Pisces. My roommate in LA is Pisces. Okay. I'm purging and I'm an emo Cancer. Oh, that makes sense, Jen. I've been working on myself a lot recently. That's fantastic. Good evening, Deal Stars. How are you? Ooh, this one is sweet. Okay. So questions. I'm happy to answer any questions. I am going to put this live up on my YouTube if you wanted to go back and rewatch the incredible yet powerful churchy message about Cinderella and how it kind of affects, is sort of like the channel message for you for this spring. I mean, for the next week leading up to spring. That was not coherent, but that's okay. Not fine, but I hope to be better. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deal Star. I'm sending you hugs. How are you? I'm honestly, okay. I guess if I was going to be completely dead ass honest, I'm honestly like really tired and frustrated, and as I am undergoing this transformation. So I get the downloads and then I'm like applying what they tell me to do, but it is like maddening that it doesn't just click into place right away, and then it takes the physical form like a couple of days to catch up. It drives me nuts. I don't like it. So I need to switch that belief in my mind that like once I get it, it's just instantaneous, I guess. So that's the new one that I have to do. But I am like researching different hacks. And I didn't know if y'all would be interested in this, but I was actually thinking about my Dream Life Blueprint workbook that you can get in my bio. It's like $22. It's like super duper cheap, but it's a 25-page PDF. And I break down every single step that I still use to this day to manifest anything that I want. But I was like sitting there and I had this come to Jesus moment. It was like this aha as I was like working out. It was really weird. I like stop a rep and like go and just write it down so I wouldn't forget. But I was like, what if I turn that into a course, like a mini course, right? And what if I took like each part of the blueprint and explained it even further and gave you the exercises and even more examples and how it actually clicks you into the identity of your best self, you know? Like, I'll give you an example. My best self would always have makeup like this, right? Like, this is just kind of her normal day-to-day look. It's effortless. I've had this on all day and it still looks good. And it's something now that I know exactly which products. I had to write them all down so I could remember, but it works great. And in person, it doesn't look like I have too much makeup on, and I have a low visual weight face. So I cultivated this look as one of my go-to looks in case I'm just like, what do I do with my face today, right? And that's what I mean about stepping into the identity, right? So my version of me that has everything that I want, yes, she lives a luxurious life. Let's be honest. I personally love luxury. I like nice things. I mean, who doesn't? But I also love cozy things. So I do feel like even as my best self, I would still have like a whole collection of crew necks and like hoodies and sweatpants that I personally love, that represent me, that make me feel all cozy. Like I don't need to be like showing my body off all the time. Like I want to connect and just be present for my friends, aka you. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Hi, everyone. Hi, House of Duke. Spiritual Monkey Jen, is this like the time where you drop one toxic person and boundary up and 3 amazing peeps come in? Kind of, yeah. So if you do the work now to like clean house, to like do what you can with what you have, it's gonna be just like that. Exactly. Hi, Kev. Mama Leash drives us all nuts. Good. I'm not that it drives, but at least I'm not the only one. All right, I'm on such a roller coaster. Just me? No, I am on a massive roller coaster. It has been wild, and sometimes it's really fun, and sometimes it really sucks. I'll be straight up honest. Sometimes I'm crying myself to sleep. I'll give you an example. Last night, I asked my I needed to go to bed early. Okay. So, like, I asked, sorry. Okay. So, I asked my friend if we could like, end our FaceTime early because I wanted to go to bed early so I could wake up early. And I just had like a bunch of brand deals like that actually paid me money. So I actually have to do it, and get it in by the deadline. And it's been like, this process. So I had to bang out a shit ton of videos today. And I, regardless of whether I wanted to or not. So that was the plan. That was my plan. Clearly my plan doesn't go according to plan. And this is sort of what is the trend right now. And whoever said eclipse season, that's correct. And we're coming in on eclipse season like in 2 weeks, right? So that's going to throw a wrench in things. Hooray. I'm like trying to be like, hooray. And I'm like, no, because I like to have control. And the universe is like, you don't need to have control. And I'm like, no, but I like control. So we're having a fun little time, arguing back and forth. It's great. So I went to bed early. My friend let me get off the phone. I passed out even an hour earlier than I thought. Like I went to bed at like 11. And then what happened? Out of the blue, all of a sudden, I had the worst flipping pain in my stomach, and it literally woke me up. It hurt so bad. I was like having the worst cramps I've ever had in my life. And I was like, oh my God. So like I like ran to the bathroom at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And no, it wasn't 3:33 or any cool special number. No, it was like 3:04 a.m. Like it was something random. And I sat and I had to like sit there. I know this is probably TMI, but I had to sit there on the toilet for like 20 minutes because like it wasn't coming out, but there was so much like it was horrifying. And then finally I was awake. So finally, by the time I was able to go and release whatever needed to be released and like whatnot, and like I won't go into details about where all the pain was. But anyway, I came back into my room and then I was like, okay, great. I'm going to turn off the light and go to bed. No, the moment that it was pitch dark and there was no sound or nothing, all of a sudden, all of these nightmares come in. I'm seeing all of these fucking spirits and all of this shit's going to hell in a handbasket. So like, nope, that's not happening. So I have to turn on the light. I have to turn on my Netflix. I got to turn on the sound meditations. I got to like, like try and distract distract myself. I pulled out my Switch and I was like, all right, I'm going to play some Dreamlight Valley right now to try and get myself back to a better reality. And then finally I fell back asleep just so that I could get a couple more hours before I actually had to wake up and go do a shower and then wake up and do my whole day. Now, did I want to do that? No, that was not how I wanted to spend. I wanted a restful sleep. And that happened. And did I get everything done today? Yes. Right? Because I have discipline and I have learned and cultivated over time the ability to suck it up and do what needs to get done, because that's the type of person that I am, right? Like you will rarely meet a person who works as hard as I do, right? And I'm not trying to say that as in I'm a hard worker, but I do. I love learning, and I will do what it takes to get to where I want to go, which is why now I want to choose ease and effortlessness. So for me specifically, I personally am ready for a life where everything that I do, it's effortless for me to do it. I don't mind doing the work, but I just don't need it to be that hard anymore, where I'm literally sitting there on the toilet for 20 minutes, literally in the middle of the night, and then getting bombarded with demons and negative bad energies trying to get at me and fuck with me while I'm trying to sleep. No, it's just no. It's an immediate no. I'm not doing that anymore. Just no. That's the old story. I don't want to do it. That's it. So the only way to change that pattern, though, is to change your identity. I firmly believe in going to the source of the problem, because you can peel off all the layers that you want, but it just takes a heck of a lot longer to get to where you want to go. Yeah, the downloads are insane. Beautiful manicure. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Can I have... Yeah, my IG is the same. I don't really go on there because I personally feel like IG is dead, but my IG is the same. It's the same. It's my name. Hi, what would you say for caps? I have a Pisces moon and I'm pregnant for the first time, so lots. I think honestly, where did I see that? I think it was caps, this, you're definitely entering villain era. There's definitely going to be a lot for you this year, but you're going to have to stop being so damn materialistic. Everything is about status, materials, wealth, whether it looks good, it has to look good. You know what I mean? All of this stuff. That is literally what is going to cause you to stunt your growth. You got to think beyond that. But congratulations for being pregnant for the first time. That's amazing. Please tell us about the shimmer around your eyes. I love it. Oh, thank you. This is honestly from the Hourglass palette, and I just used the highlighter. For the first time, I did not use usually I use my K-Beauty, my K-Beauty Deceique palette, and that has a little glitter in it. But this time I just used the Hourglass. I'll definitely do a full tutorial on this on my YouTube. I'm fancy too. Yay! Johnny G, what up? Tasha's here! Okay, sorry, I'm trying to go through these comments. Okay. Dream Life Blueprint Workbook 2.0 featuring course. Yes. So that's what I was just wondering if y'all would be interested in that, if I actually broke it down into specific tiny little modules so that you could actually watch a video. Let me explain it exactly. For example, one is it starts off with what do you actually want, right? Because before you can even know what identity to embody, you have to know what you want, right? In order to embody the version of you who has what you want. So what do you want? You know what I mean? And sky's the limit. You want a G-Wagon, you want a souped up Range Rover? You want a Lexus 570? You want a Bentley? Bentley. That was, I don't know if y'all remember that TikTok that went viral for all the wrong reasons. Okay, I've been purging like a feral cat. You're doing a great job, Jen. Reese, my plans went to the garbage. Probably because Spirit has something better for you. Hi, Lily! I think the ear infection is because my guides are stopping me from listening to nonsense and boundaries. That makes sense. That feels right, Jen. Inez, Spirit said, sorry, babe. We're giving you an early wake-up call. Oh, my God. It was so awful. Sounds like there's a need to lean into surrender rather than resist with trying to control. Yeah. And you know what, Sarah? I hate that word surrender because every time I hear surrender, I immediately think you give up. Because in war, when the other side surrenders, what happens? They're giving up. They're waving the white flag and they're like, don't kill us. Don't kill us. So I have to surrender. Why? This is my angry debate that I always have with Spirit. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. I just bought a t-shirt at Target. It says just say no. Oh, I love that. Your nails are so cute as per usual. Thank you, Sarah. Hello, I think you're great. Thank you, Johnny G. How are you doing? I think you're the best tarot reader around. Oh, thank you. That means the world to me. Thank you. Whoops. Oops. Spiritual Monkey Jen, you also do energy healing. Yes. Are you available to book? Yes. So the energy healing that I do is through my Shift Your Belief sessions though. Like I won't just do like a Reiki energy healing scanning and like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can do that, but that drains the fuck out of me. What I do is I do Shift Your Belief sessions. And yes, you can book them. They are available to book in the link in my bio. So a Shift Your Belief session, and this is where I really think, like, especially with the identity, it comes into play, right? So you, like, if you want to look at the mechanics on how you actually manifest something into existence, it's about what? You have to be a vibrational match to whatever the F it is. So how do you become a vibrational match? You have to feel the way that that would feel. How do you feel the way that that would feel? You would have to become the person who actually already had those things to embody the energy, the feeling of you already having those things. And then the universe is going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to bring her those things. That's how it works, right? So when you're thinking about like, you know, your beliefs dictate how you feel. Because when you say I'm not worthy, you feel bad. When you say like I feel worthy and you feel guilt, that's also bad, right? So that means you actually don't inherently feel worthy, and then that's a bucket in your brain. That's a belief that needs to shift. Now that belief, if you cannot remove it on your own, it means that there is too much emotional baggage, PTSD that is on top of that belief that's holding it down. That's why you can't release it, because you got to process out those emotions, those negative emotions that are holding it down, right? So once you can remove those emotions, then it's going to be so much easier to just get rid of that belief and then immediately replace it with a positive one that you want to believe instead. And it's not necessarily just the opposite. Like, for example, I had a client the other day and it was like I have to work really hard to get what I want. And then they normally wanted to change it to, oh, it's really easy for me to get what I want. But it didn't resonate. For some reason, it wasn't clicking. It didn't feel empowering for them. So we ended up changing it to, I love the life that I'm creating. And for whatever reason, that indicated to that person's soul. So that became their new belief that they decided to go from. And now everything is effortless because they're in love with what they're creating. Does that make any sense? So in a Shift Your Belief session, what I do is I ask for your permission to go into your soul. And then we locate the belief, and everyone's soul door is different. It's so fun. Anyway, but that's a whole thing. Like, so you can figure out what your soul door looks like and what your guides are like and where you hold your limiting beliefs. It's really, really interesting. Everyone is really different. So then we'll go in, we'll locate the limiting belief, and then I'm going to do the work to remove all of those emotions that are on top of it. And a lot of the times it's not even yours. Usually it's from your mom or your dad. And then we remove it all and then replace it with a positive belief that is permanent. And then within 1 to 3 days, sometimes at most it takes 7, but usually between 1 to 3 days, when you continue to then start saying that affirmate that new belief every single day, you're going to start to implant that and solidify that. And that is where you're going to be operating from. I had a client who did that, and literally the next week she got $1,000, like unexpected, because hers was about money and like being able to be available for abundance. So it's one of my favorite things to do. It's so much fun. Hi, T-Mac. Okay, let's see. Sounds like a reframe on your association with that word. Well, so here's the problem though. So let me Google surrender definition. Okay, verb. Cease resistance to an enemy or opponent and submit to their authority. That is the definition of surrender. In the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it's a transitive verb. So you can say to yield to the power, control, or possession of another upon compulsion or demand, surrender to the fort, to give up completely or to agree to forego, especially in favor of another. There is the other definition. The second definition is to give oneself up into the power of another, especially as a prisoner, or to give oneself over to something such as an influence, like giving it over to God, giving it over to the universe, giving it over to your angels, right? So basically, the intransitive verb is to give oneself up into the power of another, to yield, to say, okay, great, I'm not going to do it anymore. You're going to do it. So the only way to reframe surrender would be to delegate and to say, I'm not going to manifest this shit anymore and work for it. It's called co-creation. So universe, you need to fucking do your work and bring it to me. I'm not doing any work for it anymore. That would be the only way to reframe that. And I'm not trying to like, I just have a thing about if someone is asking me to reframe something on my association with that word, I go to logic and facts. And I'm like, but that's the literal definition of the word in Merriam-Webster dictionary. So when I read that definition, it's not my association with the word. It's the actual definition of the word. Does that make sense? Cool. I have 2 surgeries coming up back to back and I have no problem except for some purging. Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. Take your time or email me. Jen, email me. Bonet, girl, I wish I could hire you to ask about Thursday. You're the only reason I need PayPal. Oh no. What do you mean? What's happening on Thursday? Yep, PTSD from toxic mother wound. Can't do it alone. Oh, I feel you on that. I would love to talk about that maybe on another live, because if I get started now, I don't know if I'll stop. But right now, if you are experiencing the same thing that I'm going through, it is the mother wound that we're all trying to release, and everybody on this planet is trying to heal the mother wound as collective. Like, it's not just you. So you're not alone. Hi, Tasha. I need to drop that anchor, 100% cord cutting. Yes. I connected to your energy super quick. I'm manifesting a session with you. It's coming. Yes, Tasha, it is. It's totally coming. You're already getting ready. You're already getting it set up. It's going to be freaking fabulous. Like, you already can't wait to like get all the questions, start writing down what you want to ask and blah, 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 like, etc. Alicia, you're amazing. Thank you, Lester. Okay, this took a really bad turn. I don't know what took a bad turn. I hear surrender and I go to that Corey Hart song from the 80s and ugly cry. Oh. Um, Aw, Bonnet! I love you so much. Okay, runner, but anyway, for those of you, Bonnet said, Alicia has called my spiritual journey and my financial wins since the break, since her breakup, Jen. She's so incredible. Oh, thank you, Bonnet. Yay, yeah, and follow each other. Run, you are so awesome. Oh, thank you. She is so aligned and so perfectly timed for sure. So I just saw your video and I'm like, you're never going to see this message. Yeah, I'm seeing your message now. In Webster's, 1000% love you. Huge pitch coming up. Yay! I now choose to embody my best self from here on out. Amen. If you're still here, claim it in the comments. I now choose to embody my best self from here on out. That's what you have to do. So when you get off this live, you just go, you know what? I'm embodying my best self from here on out. And I'm going to use the tools that I have to make that happen. That's it. And then I was going to do the course if y'all are interested. And then if y'all want to, you know, I'll make it like a really low, reasonable price, like $99 or like $111, like something like that. But I can break it down step by step with extra examples, extra exercises, extra things that you can do, more examples of affirmations and things like that so that you can really, really step into your best and highest self like ASAP. Yeah, I didn't mean to use a trigger word. Note to self, don't use the S word here. No, it's totally okay, Sarah. Like you can use whatever word you want. I think for me, it's just more so the fact that, and like, you know, I love you. We've been talking for a long time. You've been here for a long time and you're sweet as can be. I think it's just that when someone tells me that I need to reframe my association with a word, my immediate answer to that though is like, to me, that's a little bit of evaluating. And just because I know you're trying to help, so I don't think that it was intentional, but I do think that it's really important to discern like when it's an association with a word and when it's the actual word itself. I don't have a problem saying surrender. Sometimes you have to surrender. Sometimes you have to give up and you have to call it quits. Like I tried to do how many different different workshops or whatever, and they fell through. And it's like, okay, sometimes you have to quit. You know what I'm saying? And I have to say, I surrender. Like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I thought I was going to do it and I'm not going to do it. And I'm so sorry. And I'll give you your money back and it's fine. Right. And I think there's a difference between surrendering to like, in that respect, when you have to quit and you have to say, all right, I give up. Like, I'm not going to win this game. So that's totally fine. Right. I think that's different than saying like, when people say surrendering to God, they are not using this definition. They're using a different definition. It's the let go and let God, as in you don't need to do it all by yourself. What they're trying to say with the word surrender is you don't need to do this all by yourself. You can have some other people help you. Now, if someone had told me that instead of just surrender, do you see how completely different those two wordings are? One is surrender, give up control. You have nothing left to do except for flail around like a fucking idiot and do nothing. Like, what do you do? If you cannot do anything, if you can't take any action to get what you want, then why would you, then what is the answer? Then what do? You just sit there like, nobody has a step-by-step for their version of surrendering. That's why I get all up in arms about it. But for me, I like to have tangible, exercisable things that I could do within my control in order to make things move forward. So if instead it's like, hey, you could let the universe help you. Well, oh, I never thought about it that way. Well, how do I do that? Okay, well, number one, you could actually write a letter to the universe if you don't speak to them like me, like I'm psychic. And you could say, hey, universe, I'm going to take care of this task and this task. Like I'm going to upload my TikTok video and I'm going to go live this week. And in return, you're going to take care of putting the right people on my live so that they are going to buy my services so that I can help more people get out of the matrix and come to paradise with me. That is a completely different strategy and a way to help someone surrender than just telling someone to surrender or to reframe their association with the word. Does that make any sense? And I don't know, and I feel bad. I guess we could have had this conversation like on Discord privately. I don't want you to think that I'm attacking you. I don't want you to think that you did necessarily anything wrong. I just want you to know in a loving way that just to share my perspective on it, that when a lot of people in this space, because you're not the only one that does this, I've been told it many, 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 many times by many, many, many different types of people, whether they were already therapists, other spiritual psychics, like religious people, just even coaches, you know what I mean? You just got to surrender. You got to let go, let God. Okay, well, how do you do that? And then nobody has an answer. Nobody has a step-by-step. The only closest one I've come to is Abraham Hicks when she says like, okay, you do a list. Like she wrote down on like a placemat when she was at a diner and like put a like a line down the middle. It's like, these are the tasks that I'm going to do. And this is the task that the universe is going to do. I'm going to do this and the universe is going to do this. And I was like, that's smart. That's active. That's something that I could do. And it makes me feel better. Right? While still maintaining the reality that, okay, I'll let spirit handle some shit for me. Right? That's basically what they want you to do when you surrender, right? They basically don't want you to have a vice grip on it and saying that you can only have it that way. That's another way of saying it, right? Like, it doesn't have to come the way that you think it's going to come. It can come from a different way. Oh, wow, I never thought about that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been so tunnel vision about it. I thought the money could only come through my business, but the money could come from other ways or whatever. Does that make any sense? Okay. I choose to embody my best self. Yes, I embody my best self. Where did you get your crew neck? So I got this from a company that then, from this girl who created this company, but then she sold the company. So then I just don't, and I don't really like what they did with the business. So I don't honestly recommend them. But if you do like this, I'm going to be doing a design, something kind of similar with this same phrase for my merch line. So stay tuned and join my email list for my merch society. And that'll be coming out in spring. Okay, that word makes me nervous. Like, why have faith in all the things to end up like a trophy fish? Yeah. You see that? You see, now that makes sense. Surrender, aka let the universe help you because you don't have to do everything on your own. Exactly, Inez. Like, I wish that people would frame it more that way because I feel like it would just be, it's just easier to understand. And it doesn't make you feel like you can't do anything because then it usually feels like my hands are tied. And then if my hands are tied, that's like the 8 of Swords. And then what do you do? Okay. Whoa. I didn't. Hello? How did that happen? Wait, what just happened? Wait, who's on this live with me and why are they on this live with me? Okay. We just disconnect. Sorry. All right. Okay, that was really awkward. I didn't touch the screen. Okay. Okay. Maybe it was the wrong word to begin with, and I understand why it feels that way to you. Okay, yeah, no harm, no foul. That was really strange. Okay. Maybe that means I need to get off the live. I'm like, why is there random, like, I don't understand what that means. This is finally a place in life I can fully embody my true purpose. Yeah. So I only have one last channeled message that is going to come through to leave things on a positive note because we got to leave things on a good note. All right. So one of the other things to go along with surrendering that I do feel like spirit wants you to do. Okay. I didn't get the newsletter this week. I know. I'm so sorry, Wild Witch. I was having a moment and I was like, I can't write this. I promise I will make it up to you. I'll be writing something soon and we'll get on the getting ons. Did you just request me to go live with you? My son was on my phone and pressed accept. Oh no, it was okay. I didn't request to go live with you, so I don't know how it happened, but I'm so sorry. It was a complete accident. When you figure out a way to Zelle, I need a chat. LOL. Yeah, Bunny, will you email me again? Will you email me again? And then we'll do like we'll do that. And then yeah. So this is the last little message because I feel like people would really appreciate this, okay? And we're going to leave things on a positive note. So moving along with like this tail end of surrender, what else can you do to surrender? So one is you can like, yeah, you can say, oh yeah, you know what, universe, I don't have to do it by myself anymore. So I'm going to give you some of the work to do while I do these things and you're going to do these things and then it's going to be good. Okay, bet, right? That's why I call them the old gods. The old gods do a lot of stuff for me now. I love them. Where's my necklace? But the second thing is this. When I channel the old gods, right? How do I get what I want? Come on, Freya, tell me what to do. Right? Or I call in some of my other old gods that I work with, right? And the Greeks and the Haitian gods, okay? So I get this download every day now. And it's like, you have to do what makes you happy and what will actually bring you peace. Because especially for someone like me, the more I relax, the more I receive. And it's not about just relaxing as in like, I'm just going to play Dreamlight Valley all day and like that's all that I do. But it's really about the idea and notion that time out is not time wasted, it is time gained. Because if you continue to run yourself ragged, you're not going to have enough left to be able to go anywhere. So you have to rest. You have to turn off the ignition. You have to let the car chill. You have to like make sure that there's gas in the tank, that the oil is clean, that there's enough air in the tires. You know what I'm saying? That there's enough like coolant in it or whatever else cars need. I don't know. The battery is like all, you know, plugged up or whatever, right? But it's not like just because you know that you have to go to the grocery store tomorrow morning first thing that you keep the car running all night. Right? You're not like circling the parking lot of the grocery store waiting for it to open at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. So why are you doing that to your body? And why are you doing that to yourself? That's a very personal message for me. But if that resonates with you, obviously comment. But it was really like, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to do things that make you happy. You deserve to do things that make you smile. You deserve to like set your life up so that you can choose ease, so that it can be effortless, so that you do get to live a life of abundance and not have to like sacrifice so much for it anymore. That's the new way. That's paradise. And the reason why not everyone's going to be able to come is because some of them greedy mother effers are not going to want to do the work and they're just going to want to do this Pluto and Capricorn crap and then shove all this materialism in your face and take what's yours. That's not how paradise works. Because in paradise, it's an ecosystem. Everyone contributes, everyone wins, everyone gains. Everyone gets fed, everyone has a roof over their head. Paradise is truly living in the end. Sorry. I was just like, cause I was like, I don't understand why that was rhyming so much. A lot of the times my angels like to rhyme and it's like really cute. And now I want to make songs with them. Resonates here. I have been like the AM PM of Coach Open 24/7 no more. Definitely resonates, right? Like you have to have business hours. Like I will not reply to an email after 6, like, you know, regular business hours. I just won't anymore. They can email all they want. I'll get back to them when I wake up. I actually have later hours now because I like don't get up. Like I won't go to my computer until noon because I hate it. I sometimes I get anxiety from all of the, I'm like, it's a lot. Like when I said last year that the Eight of Wands coming in fast, coming in fast, coming in fast, this is the moment. It's coming in whether you like it or not. Your blessings are going to be here whether you like it or not. And if you're not ready for it, you're going to push it away. But if you're ready for it and you do the work to embrace your new identity and to step into spring as your best mother effing self, you can't but not get everything that you want with ease and effortlessness and surprises, and allow the universe to help you, allow the universe to surprise you, and allow the universe to give you more than what you asked for. And I think that is the biggest hidden surprise that, including myself, I cannot even see. You're going to get everything that you want, but it's going to be so much better than what you could have possibly imagined. You thought you knew, and you're like, oh my God, this is so much better. Like, it's almost going to be like Emma Stone when she accepted her Oscar and her dress literally ripped as she was hugging. So she's like, yeah, my dress just ripped, but, okay. And she didn't even have a speech, and she was trying to whatever. And she was just like, oh my God. And like, I just, okay, well, so she's just so adorable. And I'm just like, I am just in love with you as a human. Like, she's just the most adorable human. And like, you know, and she did her thank you speech, but it was something that she could not have even predicted out of her category. Like, you know what? Does that make sense? So stay true to you. Choose to embody your best self. Use what you can to become that best self in the next 7 days and emerge into spring as your best self. And if you need help with it, go get my Dream Life Blueprint workbook. It's $22. It's in my bio. And I am going to come out with the course. And if you decide that you want the course, even though you've already purchased the Dream Life Blueprint workbook, I will give you a discount code so you don't have to pay as much for the course. Okay? Because I love you. So email me if you're interested in the course. Email me if you just want to share your story, whatever, whatnot. Spiritual Monkey Jen, Bonnet, email me. Sarah, feel free to email me. Inez, hit me up on the Discords. And I will see you all very soon in the next couple of videos. And just remember, when you start to see all of my other like TikTok shop things going on, like just still know that I am only sharing products that I actually genuinely believe in. I'm not doing products that I wouldn't actually not use myself, if that makes any sense. Okay. So when I genuinely say, okay, these lashes actually are legit, like I was like really seriously shocked at those lashes. I cannot even. Okay. They were amazing. Okay. So I love you. I love you. Energy man. Yay. Oh my gosh. And like, oh, anyway. So I love you. You've got this. Breathe. You're about to be blessed with some magical miracles and blessings. Have a wonderful